Hello, and thanks for watching. I wanted to put together a quick video to give everyone out there some quick tips and tricks for looking and sounding your best. Now that we're all meeting and teaching online more than ever, I thought this might be useful, so give it a like down below if it is. Let's jump right into it. I'm not going to use any equipment to make this that I don't talk about, so I won't be speaking about anything here that is like some professional expensive piece of equipment or something that you can't just do at home on your own for relatively cheap. Let's start with lighting, because lighting is going to affect or at least touch a little bit of all the other things I talk about here. So with lighting, number one is don't position yourself right in front of a window. You don't want that bright light directly behind you. You can see right here to my right, the window there with the blind shut. It's still basically almost solid white. So if you have that behind you, you are going to be totally black. I'll even put an example in this video to show you what I'm talking about. I know you've seen it before, but try to avoid that. That is really, really key. Trying to listen or talk to someone who just appears as a black silhouette is distracting, and you don't want that. Get some light in front of your face. You can purchase what's called a ring light. They're relatively cheap. They come with some settings, so you can make the light a little bit warmer, a little bit cooler, whatever you need to match the lighting that's coming in from other sources. So if you have a warm light behind you, maybe you turn your ring light warm and it balances it out. But that way you're not, again, having all the light coming from one side, you're not having all the light come from behind you. If I turn this off here, you can see not the worst in the world, but much, much better when I turn it back on. Okay, so get yourself some lighting that's in front or maybe front and a little bit to the side of you. For tip number two, let's talk about cameras. The camera that a lot of people use is what's built into their laptop. They don't have good lenses on them. They can't adjust for exposure hardly at all. Get yourself a USB plug-in camera. It is going to allow you to adjust the angles, the height, and it's also, along with that height, it's going to let you put it at eye level. For my second or third, I should say, tip, I want to talk about framing your shot. So you want to make sure that when you frame it, you're at a good angle. You don't have a bunch of messy, kind of noisy things behind you. It's okay. You don't have to have like a blank wall or just a solid color. You can have a few things, right? But you don't want it to be distracting. You don't want people looking at that instead of looking at you. You don't want them thinking about something that's behind you. You want them to be listening to what you're saying, okay? So be careful with that. Okay, tip number four, let's talk about audio. Just like we talked about with the camera, get yourself a USB plug-in microphone. This one I'm using, and I will link to down below, or one like it. Again, under $100. A lot of them are under $75, $50. They are way better. It is your listeners will appreciate it. You won't have that kind of ambient white noise that these built-in microphones with laptops and other computers pick up. They kind of focus the audio, so this is directly looking for audio coming from like a cone, like right in front of me. That helps a lot. Okay, so get yourself one of those. Easy to plug in. Again, you don't need to be an IT person to figure it out. You can download. Some of them have software you can download, but you don't have to. They're plug and play. All right, so my last tip number 5, make eye contact. It's something, this is out of all of them, I'm working on this one myself the most. It is so easy to, you think you're looking at the person because you see their video, so I'm making eye contact with them, right? But they're down here and my camera's over here. So to them, I'm not looking at them. You want to look right at the camera. If it's a pre-recorded video, try not to read too much. People watching videos of people just obviously reading do not come off very genuine, and reading off of a script for 7 minutes is not what you want to do for your viewers. So hopefully these 5 tips helped. I wanted to keep them short. It doesn't matter what software you're using, these will work with all of them, and none of it is expensive. So I really believe that if you follow these tips, your listeners, your students, they will appreciate it, and you're going to look and sound your best online. Thank you for watching, and I will see you next time.